1. So we'll get started. All right, so you guys have my playlist. Let me share it again just in case maybe anyone has joined yet. But we can go ahead and click play on our playlist. And then we'll start in a child's pose. Actually, let's start in our belly. So when you're ready, let's get on our belly all the way down, facing the ground. You can rest your left ear on, actually rest our right ear on the mat. Relax. A few deep breaths here, arms to your sides, palms are facing the sky. Take a few deep breaths here as you breathe in, feeling your belly expand. Belly button presses against the mat, decompressing your low back and mid back. Feeling your hips melt into the mat as you exhale. Everything is soft on the ground. Reverse Shavasana here. Let's slide our right arm out to the side. Left hand underneath your left shoulder, right ear on the ground, and roll over into your right shoulder, stepping your left foot behind you. Right ear still resting on the mat. You can stay here. You can reach your left arm up. You can bring your hand behind your back or even clasp your hands all the way. Relax here, melt into the mat. That right shoulder softening with every out breath. Letting go. 2 more breaths on this side. With your next breath in, slowly roll back onto your belly and switch the side. Left arm out, roll into your left shoulder, left ear rests on the mat. Any variation with your right hand again, hand on the mat, arm up or behind your back, whatever feels good today. Every breath out allows you to go a little bit deeper, reaching that right knee all the way behind you. 2 more breaths here. As you breathe in, slowly roll back onto your belly, hands underneath your shoulders, peel your chest off the ground. Make your way to all fours. Let's take a few cat-cows here. As you inhale, arch the spine, look up. As you exhale, round, tucking the tailbone under. And keep moving with your own breath. Inhaling in, exhaling out. At 3 to 4, starting to establish this connection between each breath and each movement. I'm doing my own tech today, so no one's here to answer in the chat. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat. I also made an option to unmute yourselves, guys. If anything comes up and I don't notice, you're welcome to unmute yourselves or after class. Take 1 more breath. And then let's pick up our knees, reach our hips to the sky, finding downward facing dog. If you haven't clicked play on the playlist, feel free to do that now. We have started already at the beginning of the class. Walk it out. Good. As you breathe in, shift forward to your plank. Right knee comes into your chest and left knee comes into your chest. So just like mountain climber, but a little bit slower. With control, reaching that knee all the way forward, hugging it in. Belly button reaches into the spine. Shoulders are domed. 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Down dog, reach your right leg up to the sky, stepping in between your hands, arms reach overhead, left knee in, find your Heisman. Starting to build a little bit of heat in your body, press down through your right heel, your shoulders are waking up too, as you make the range of movement really big, reaching all the way overhead, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2. Step it back to your plank, left knee in, right knee in. The same thing we just did, just walk it out. Slower variation of your mountain climber. Knee to your chest again. It doesn't have to be fast. In fact, Slow it down to reach that knee further than you think you can. 12 more seconds. Hips are staying shoulder level. Don't let them rise up if you're not in down dog. Squeeze the glutes for 5, 4, 3, 2. Down dog. Reach your left leg up. Step it through. Arms forward, right knee in. Find your Heisman. Again, make the range of movement big with the arms. Sit lower. 20 more. Stay for 10. Sit a little bit lower. Nice job, you guys. And step it back to your downward facing dog very slowly. Sorry, into plank. Very slowly lower down into your belly. Lift your heart, lift your hands, lift your legs off the mat. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, press up to plank. Dome the shoulders. Inhale, lower, slow. Lift hands, chest, legs, and then press away. You can do this on your knees as well if you need a little support. For those who just joined, if you need any props today, feel free to have them. I use some weights. If you want more, resistance band is always welcome. Block, whatever it is. We're here for 17 more. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2. Rise up to plank. Walk the feet wider. Left hand to your right shoulder. Right hand to your left. Just tap it out. Lengthen the neck. Again, squeeze those glutes. Press the heels back. Halfway. Knees can again always drop. Need a little support. Try to hold your core really, really strong so your hips are not moving from side to side. So minimize that movement. There might be very slight movement. Try to keep them more or less steady. Very good for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reach your right leg up, down dog. Step your right foot through. Running man, left knee in. Press down through your right heel. Lengthen the spine. Light on the fingertips. 20 seconds. More. Stay for 3, 2. Left foot steps forward. Roll up, little bunny hops to the back of the mat and to the top. You're always welcome to add bigger hops. 20. You have 10 more seconds. Slowly making your way to the top of the mat. Big hops. Tap your fingertips to the ground. Drop your seat low. And then throw the arms back. 17 more seconds. Stay for 7, 4. Sit low and pulse. Reach the arms overhead. Neck is long. Try to look forward. Instead, look down in front of the mat. Toes might lift off the ground. All of the weight is in the heels. Continue to drop the seat lower and lower with every pulse you make. Halfway there. 17 more seconds. Bring your pinky fingers towards one another, opening the palms to the sky and reach the arms a little bit higher, higher than the ears for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop your seat all the way down until you reach the mat. Find your way on your back. You're going to make your shoes parallel to the ground, knees over your hips, hands underneath the hips or behind your head. You're going to tap your right toes to the mat and left toes to the mat. The movement is coming from your hip. Make sure you're not just bending the knee. This way you're not going to feel anything. Your knee moves forward and comes back over your hip. Make sure you're not arching the spine. Sometimes people don't feel much in this exercise, but you're still working that core. Really focus on the core, making sure your whole low back is feeling the ground, pressed into the mat. And more seconds. Good, bring your knees back together. You're gonna hug everything in, tapping your elbows outside of the knees, then lower your toes back down, lower your shoulders. Exhale, tap the outer edges of the knees and lower the shoulders, tap your toes to the mat. Again, keeping that 90-degree shape of the legs. To tap your toes, you're not just bending the knees. You bring those knees in, keeping that 90-degree angle, and you tap halfway. Sharp out breath each time. Your knees come in. If you feel like your low back keeps arching, just bring your hands under your hips. And then you're going to do the same movement, focusing on maintaining the spine long as you lower the shoulders down. 10 more. And come back to the center. Release your shoulders. You're going to reach your knees all the way to your right. Inhale, exhale, back to the center. Knees all the way to the left to your lowest point. Exhale, back to the center. Option to either extend the legs. It's a lot harder. Or you're going to have your knees bent, reach them to one side, pause to extend the legs, and bring them back. That's kind of like a medium level between having your knees bent and having your legs all the way extended. So it's your choice which variation you choose. 22 more. Try to rely on your hands and your arms to lift yourself away from the ground. And then we're gonna reach our knees all the way to our right, dropping them down just like a twist. Shoulders are grounded. Then bring your hands behind your head. Lift your shoulders off the mat and pulse. You can either be here or reach your arms forward with your index finger pointing towards your hips. Pulse here. Trying to pick up your right shoulder off the mat. So if you're completely open to your right, then you are not going to feel anything. You want to center your heart, reach it forward where your tailbone is. Right shoulder is coming off the mat just as much as your left one. Again, you can support yourself with your hand behind your head. 15 to go. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2. Roll over onto your right side body. Bring your right forearm down. Shift your knees underneath your hips. It's a straight line. And then as you exhale, you're going to lift your hips, lift your left knee to the sky. Inhale, lower the hips, lower the knee. You are welcome to add weight here, or I'm going to get to the weights a little bit later. Exhale, each time you pick up the hips off the ground, make a little pause at the top to squeeze out the left glute. 22 more. 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Little pulse with the hips. So you're still in supported variation. I know some of you want to extend the legs and pick up the knees off the mat. Try to resist that if you're not here for long. We're going to continue on this side. Just a little bit longer. Left arm can always reach up to the sky, come behind your head, or stay on your hip. Whatever feels more natural. 10 more seconds. Make the movement a little bit smaller. 5, 4, 3, 2. Extend your left leg, point your toes or flex your foot, little circles, any direction. Try to make your left leg parallel to the ground. Otherwise, you can always come down all the way onto your side body. If your right shoulder doesn't feel comfortable here, any tension, any pain. But if it's burning, that's a good thing. We're still engaging our shoulder here. Good. Keep breathing. Lift the leg a little bit higher and reverse the direction. Don't lose that height. Keep it parallel. Squeeze your right glute a little bit to lift the hips higher. 20 last seconds here. And then we'll lower our hips to the ground. 15 more. You have 10. Pick up the leg. Notice if it's dropping for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower your hips all the way down. Come back onto your back. You're going to reach your legs all the way to the sky. Hands either under the hips or behind your head. And we're simply going to lower the legs down and exhale, lift the legs. If you want to add on, you can pick up the hips at the top or just do a simple version without picking up the hips. Whatever works for you today. Find a little pause at the top if you are lifting the hips off the mat. So your low belly engages. You have 25 seconds. Stay for 10, 4, 3, 2. Reach your legs up. Little pulse here. Shoulders off the mat. You can reach your fingertips to your toes. You can have your hands behind your head. And see if you can find a little bit of space underneath the tailbone. So don't relax yourself all the way down. Hug everything in and try to have like an inch, not even an inch, but like a quarter size space underneath your hips and tailbone. So you're engaging that low belly a little bit more. You're under halfway and away from your chest. Shorter exhalations out every time you lift, breathing out through the mouth. 18 to go. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Either shoulders stay off the mat or release them down. You're gonna circle your legs all the way to your right, down, left, center, and then switch the direction. Left, down, right, center. Make sure you're not lifting your low back off the ground. The circle doesn't have to be big. You can even make it just to a 45-degree angle and then reverse. So you're always meeting in the center, going to the right, left, center, left, down, right, center. Your shoulders either off the mat, but that's a little bit harder to keep your low back grounded, or hands can drop on the mat. You're here for 17 more seconds. Inhale as you lower the legs down. Exhale as you bring them back over the hips. 10 more seconds. Reach your legs all the way to your left. Bend the knees and drop the knees down, finding that twist shape again. Pick up the shoulders off the mat and pulse. Make sure the hips are underneath your heart and you're reaching your heart forward. Try to lift your left shoulder blade off the ground. Maybe both arms will reach forward. This will help you pick up your left shoulder off the mat, but might bring a little tension next, whatever works for you better. Chin away from your chest. Keep shortening that right side body, making it a little shorter with every lift. Almost there, 20 last seconds. Stay for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Roll into your side body. Bring your left forearm down. Slide your knees underneath the hips. And then as you exhale, you're going to lift your hips. Lift your knee off the mat. Open up the hip all the way. The knee reaches as far up as you can. Use your belly, use your side body to pick up the hips off the ground. Gently tap and lift it right back. Just a couple sets here. We're not here for long. And we're going to come back to plank. You have 23 more. Pull that belly button in. You got it for 13 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift your hips and pulse. Knees are stacked, hips are stacked. Make sure your left elbow's underneath your shoulder. The tendency is to bring that elbow a little bit too far forward. Try to align yourself. You adjust as you need. 15 seconds here. 10. Just a little bit higher for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reach your right leg forward. Extended little circles any direction. Continue to lift your hips higher. And again, if your shoulder feels any pain, any tension, just come down into your side body. Do the same thing. Just make sure you're squeezing out the glute extra hard and your belly stays engaged still. So don't completely relax here. And just use your legs. Still use your side body, your core. 7 more, then we'll reverse. Lift your leg higher. You can do it. Lift the hips higher and reverse. 30 last seconds. And we'll come up to plank. Last 20 here. Stay for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Roll back onto your back. Rock forward and back, making your way to your down dog. Exhale here. Inhale, shift forward to your plank twisted mountain climber. Get right into it. 30 seconds. Fifteen more. Keep breathing. 7. Hop the feet to the top of the mat. Roll up, hip twist. 20. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and burpees. Or do something else. You can also slow down burpees by stepping back, stepping it forward, rising up to a squat. So remember, just 30 seconds, you can do this. Bringing that heat back in your body. And 1. 3, and find your plank. From here, we're gonna step our right hand off the mat. One push up, back to plank. Switch the side, left hand off the mat. One big push up. Knees can drop. So you're welcome to this on your knees. And just walk it out. Breathe out as you extend the arms. Breathe in as you lower. If your knees are on the mat, make sure you're not reaching your hips up. So you're lowering down with the hips. You're here for 13 seconds. Three, two, and come back to down dog. Inhale, shift forward to your plank. Right hand taps your left shoulder, left hand taps your right shoulder. One more time. You can always add on weights here. We are going to get to weights in just a little bit once we come to standing. Some of you, if you want to intensify, you can reach opposite hand to opposite shoulder with the weight. So give a little bit more intensity on the shoulder, a little more core. 23. Hug everything in again. Hips are not moving, just your upper body, just the arms. 12 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring your forearms down to the ground and wiggle the hips. Hip dips from here, just about halfway down and back up. Knees can be down. And again, you want to feel your belly lift the hip away from the mat. So as you squeeze it in, tucking the tailbone under, the hips naturally come back through the center. Good. Walk the feet wider. Drop your heels to your left, little pulse with the left hip. So upper body is in full side plank, forearm plank, lower body is in side plank. Knees can be down. You can shift the heels to your left. This will help you find the same shape. 10 more. Neck is long. Gaze down to your hands. Make sure you're not looking forward. Don't let the hips drop too low for 3, 2. Drop your left hip all the way down. Coming onto your left forearm, grab your weight if you'd like. Then we're gonna stay on your left sit bone and then reach your legs up and lower them down. You can always go for a stronger, slightly more challenging variation when you lower, just like a low boat position in your left sit bone, and then lift back up. You're really light on the mat with your fingertips for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly lower onto your belly, swim it out. Roll your shoulders back and down. Keep breathing for 20 more. Stay for 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 3. Exhale, press up to plank, jumping jacks in your plank. Ten more. Down dog, reach your right leg up, step your right foot forward, running man, left knee in. Lighter on your fingertips, press down through your right heel. Three, 2, stay low, left hand fingertips, stay on the mat. Grab your weight with your right hand if you have it. If not, just the same movement without the weight. Right elbow next to your rib cage, and then bend and extend your right arm. So make sure you're not folding forward. Your belly stays away from your right thigh. You're really light on your left fingertips. So most of the weight is in your right leg. That's what's holding you up here. You can even hover your fingertips over the ground so you're really utilizing the legs, staying strong in the legs. Twenty more. Press down through your right heel, right thigh is parallel to the ground. But I do want you to lean forward. That's why I want you to hold your fingertips either on the mat or close to the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, left hand comes down to the ground, step it to your side plank, 1 hip dip, bring your knee back to your chest, step it to the top of the mat, both hands grab the weight, rise up to your lunge. Weight in your right hand, find your side plank, take your time, 1 big hip dip, bring your right knee in, lightly step it forward, and rise up both hands on the weight. And keep going, just like that. Have about 35 more seconds. Take your time, you don't have to be fast with this. Keep your belly strong as you rise up to your lunge, so you're not arching the low back as you rise your arms up. 15. 4, 3, 2, find your lunge, pick up your other weight, bring your left knee towards the mat, and you're gonna step forward, draw both weights towards the ground as you drop your seat down, exhale, reach your arms up. Once again, left foot will step back, 1 lunge, and you're gonna drop the weights down, tap them to the ground and reach up. If you want more for your arms, always one side, so right foot stays forward. If you want more for your arms as you step to your lunge, find 1 bicep curl or hammer curl. 25. Make sure you're dropping your seat low to reach those weights or fingertips to the mat. And you don't have to touch, so especially if it's difficult for you to drop your seat that low because hip flexibility, just go to the lowest point you possibly can find for 5, 4, 3, 2, come back to your lunge, and you're gonna reach your right arm all the way to your left arm to your right. So essentially just crossing over. So your palm or the eye of the elbow is open to the sky. Don't shrug your shoulders to the ears, sit a little bit lower. For more stability, step your feet wider. Sharp out breath each time you reach the arm over. 7. And weights at your heart, little pulse, or hands at your heart with your hips. Right knee stays over your right ankle, left knee underneath your hip. Good, sit a little bit lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring your left knee into your chest, reach the arms all the way to the sky, and you're gonna circle them all the way down towards your hips, then exhale, reach back up. Very slow as you go down, a little bit faster as you rise up. And then you're balancing. If this is too much, just drop your left foot down. Do this without the balance. You're focusing more on the arms.
Slow, slow as you go down. Don't let your shoulders shrug to the ears. 5 more. Good, and then drop your left foot down. You're gonna either grab both weights into your right hand or drop the weight all the way down. And then you're gonna have your left hand behind your head. You're gonna slide your right arm down your right leg and exhale, left knee to your left elbow. Slowly step your foot down, slide your hand down. Exhale as you rise up, right away that knee comes to the elbow. If you don't have the weights, you're doing the same movement. Still good enough. 15 more seconds. Three, two, come back through the center. As you inhale, you're gonna sit low, exhale, rise back up. Full range squat, just 30 seconds, 20 to go. Try to go to your lowest point. Again, since you know we're not here for long, see if you can level the hips with the knees as you drop your seat down. 10 more. Good, and then pulse. Last 30 seconds. You can rest your elbows on your knees if you'd like, or have your hands at your heart. 15 more seconds. Make sure your spine is long, you're not arching or rounding here. 10 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, either with or without the weight, jump or squat jumps there, jump squats, there you go. If you are using your weights outside of your ankles as you sit down. Press the knees out, make sure you're not dropping them in for 13 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we're gonna do a twist again with or without the weights. If you are with the weights are at your heart, you can even clasp your hands. It's gonna help you a little bit, holding them in front of you. 5, 4, prepare for burpees in 2, and burpees with or without the weights. If you're with the weights, you're not hopping at the top, you're just rising up through a squat. Again, you can slow it down if you need to. Ten more. 5, 4, 2, find your plank, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward. Then you're gonna do just regular push-ups, just staying in a push-up position, fingertips in, heels of the palms out, knees can drop. You can take your time as you rise back up to plank, pause. Keep your belly strong still so you're lowering as one unit, especially if your knees are down. Tendencies to start lifting your hips to the sky, arching the spine just to bring your chest down. But instead, just don't think about the rest of your body. Keep it in the same shape as just the arms that are bending. Stay for 5, 4. Come back up onto long arms. Left forearm down, right. Left hand down, right. Right, left, right, left. Again, knees can be down. Really focus on keeping your hips Nice and steady. Don't let them rock from side to side as you move to plank, to forearm plank. Here for a full minute, so try to do your best. Squeeze your quads, press the heels back. It's not only you're on your toes, you're on the balls of the feet, your heels are pushing all the way back. Almost there, 20 more seconds. We'll stay in forearm plank. Finishing up our second side now. Stay for 7. Gonna finish up in a forearm plank in 5, 4, 3, 2, hip dips again from here, from side to side. If you wanna go deeper, you can tap your hip to the mat this time. Just 30 seconds, 20 to go. Big out breath each time you bring your hips through the center. 7, 5. Start to walk the feet wider and then drop your heels to your right pulse. Just 30 seconds. You have 20 to go. You have 10. 3, 2, drop your right hip all the way down. Either stay on your forearm or on your fingertips. Reach your legs up. Inhale, lower. Make sure you're balancing in your right sit bone. You're not dropping into your right side. Lift the weight really light on your right forearm. Ten. Good. Slowly roll onto your belly. Swim it out. Hands underneath the shoulders. You can clasp your hands behind your back or even flutter kick the arms as well. Lift the thighs a little bit higher for 7. Coming up to plank in 5, 4, 3, 2. Press yourself up to your plank, mountain climbers. Sorry about that. I don't know what just happened. All right, let's step our left foot between our hands, running man. Okay. Light on your fingertips, right knee in, pressing down through your left heel. Spine is long. Four, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Right fingertips will stay on the mat. Pick up your weight with your left hand. Bend your left elbow. Then extend the arm and then bend. So again, you want to find that space between your belly and your thigh. Don't rely on your right hand too much. It's barely touching the ground. And then you bend and extend. Control the movement, not all the way down. Lift away, hug your belly in. Very good. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Right hand down to the mat. Transition to your side plank. 1 big hip dip, halfway down. Then you're gonna step your left foot to the top of the mat. Both hands on your weight, or just your arms up to the sky. Reach up. Come back to your side plank. 1 big hip dip, halfway down or so. Step it through really, really far. Use your to step your foot forward. And then keep moving. Take your time with it. It doesn't have to be fast. Let's see. Very good. Stay here 13 more. 7. Good. Step your left foot forward. Find your lunge. Pick up both of your weights. You're going to bend deeply into your right knee. Step your right foot forward. Drop your weights towards the mat. Reach up. Step it back to your lunge. Sit low. Option to add on your bicep curl or hammer curl, whichever you haven't done yet. As you come down to your lunge, press down through your heels. Sit lower and be aware of your left knee. Don't let it pass your ankle. Back stays straight. Stay 15 more seconds and we'll pause in your lunge. Stay for 7. Good, come back to your lunge. You're gonna bring your weights in front of you, soft bend in the elbows, and you're gonna reach your arms back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, then use resistance to bring the weights back together. So imagine like you're using this reverse fly machine and you're sitting down. So you wanna bring it in, squeeze the chest, squeeze, focusing more on squeezing your chest than opening the arms back. So you still wanna find that big range of movement. So you wanna bring the arms far, then squeeze to close them. Imagine like you have a balloon, or not even a balloon, but like a beach ball in your hands, and you try to push all the air out. Keep your weights shoulder level, sit lower. 15. Sharp out breath. Hug your belly in. 4, 3, 2, and pulse. Weights at your heart, just 30 seconds. Or weights at your hips, or no weights at all. So whenever I say weights, you always know you have the option not to use the weights. Continue to drop lower and lower every pulse. Stay for 13 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Right knee into your chest. You're gonna reach the arms to the sky. Now bring the weight or palms of the hands together and just tricep extensions. And extend, try to balance here by engaging your core. But again, you can always step your right foot flat and just focus on the arms. Don't let the elbows splay out here. You wanna hug them in, keep them over the shoulders. Balance or not. 17 last seconds here. And we're gonna do that side body exercise and some squats and start our cardio portion of the class. We didn't do a lot of cardio today, so we'll get to it at the end of the class. And you always have an option to skip any cardio movements, do your own thing, maybe slower version of mountain climbers, but we'll get to that. All right, step your right foot down on the ground, grab your weights with both hands, or sorry, with your left hand, either both weights, no weights, or one weight. You're gonna slowly slide your left hand down your left leg and exhale right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, slide it down. As soon as you're rising up, your right foot already starts to come off the ground. So you're using your side body to lift away. Relax that arm so your arm is not helping you. You're not bending the elbow to lift. feeling only your side body pulling you up. 25. Slow as you lower and faster as you lift. Contracting your belly. 12 more. For 4, 3, 2, and release. Both feet step on the ground. You're gonna sit low again, and this time pick up the heels off the mat as you lift the hips. Find a little pause with the heels off the ground. Just 30 seconds, we're not here for long. Goodness, sorry about that, guys. Someone logged into Yoga Source's account and it threw me out. Awesome. Good, and now we're just gonna either hold on to the weights or not, and then you're gonna sit low and do little hops. So choose your variation, with or without the weights. So you try to keep your knees deeply bent, and then just little hops. 10 more. Three, 2, rise up, and then you're gonna shuffle it out. Option to add on the weight. So if you are still holding on to the weights, you're just gonna use your arms here. Good. Ten more. 5. Good, now we're gonna sit low, place our weight to the mat, reach the arms forward, drop the weights down or your hands, hop to plank, hop forward, either pick up the weights or not. So you can either pick up your hands or weights, but make sure you're not sitting all the way down. This is not yogic squat. Keep your belly strong as you lift the weight. It can be really tough on the spine, on the low back. So if you feel any discomfort, just drop the weights, don't use them. 10 more. 3, 2, find your plank jumping jacks. So any kind of cardio movement, slow it down, tap out the toes from side to side. Any squat jumps, just do squats. 13 more. Soft bend in the knees. Hop the feet to the top of the mat, drop your seat down, crisscross with or without the weight, as quick as you can. If you don't have the weights, you have your hands behind your head. Try to transition quickly. Seven. Rock forward and back, make your way to your plank and twisted mountain climber. $15. Bring those knees a little bit further forward for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, right leg up and step it through your hands. Find your Heisman, but this time you're gonna bring your knee in as you bend the elbows, then exhale, step your left foot back as you extend the arms to tricep extensions. Sit lower, 15. So with or without the weights, again, you can hold your weights or you can drop them. This is the same movement, whether you have the weights or not. 3, 2, open up to the long side of the mat, reach the hands out if you have the weights, and then hop the feet in and out. And then just like jumping jack, but instead you're using the weights. If you don't have the weights, do your regular jumping jack or squat jack. 10 more. Keep the elbows close if you have the weight. Don't let them swing out. Hop the feet out, circle your hands down, running man left knee in. Now hands on the ground or weights on the ground. Bring that, those sit bones a little bit lower. 15. Stay for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Find your plank, either jumping jacks or you're gonna hop your feet to your hands, then hop them back. Choose your option, either jumping jacks or hop the feet to your hands, hop back. 15. Try to go quick. Last song here. We're almost done. 4, 3, 2. Hop the feet to the top of the mat. Come all the way down on your back. Crisscross one more time, with or without the weight. Starting our second side of cardio. Gonna come up to plank. Just a couple more exercises, and then we're all done. And again, with or without the weight. Don't worry if I'm cueing something with the weights. You're doing the same thing without. 7. Rock forward and back. Make your way to your plank, mountain climber or regular mountain climber, or you're gonna hop the feet to your left wrist and hop the feet to your right wrist. Otherwise, regular mountain climber through the center. 10 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Left leg up, step it through, and then Heisman with the tricep extension. So as you bend the elbows, knee comes in. As you step your right foot back, your arms extend. 15 more. Ground down through your left heel. You can do a regular variation of your Heisman. Make sure you're not dropping your shoulders forward. Roll them back and down, open your heart. 4, 3, 2, and open up to the long side of the mat. Reach your elbows out, hop the feet together and out. And then elbows are just reaching out, then in. Or if you don't have the weights, just regular mountain climber or squat jacks. Sorry, not mountain climber. Gosh, my head is in the clouds today. 5, 4, 3, 2. Circle your hands back to the top of the mat, left foot forward, running man. Okay, think of your last favorite exercise, whatever it is. Jumping jacks, mountain climbers, burpee. We have about 13 seconds here. Maybe even on your back, flutter kicks or scissor, whatever it is. We're starting our last set of your favorite one in 4, 3, 2. Find your last exercise. 30 seconds started. 20.
more seconds. Stay with me. We're almost done. Finishing line for 5, 4, 3, 2, and sit all the way down on the mat. Extend the legs forward. Soft bend in the knees. Lengthen the spine and then gently bring your belly to your thighs. Fold over the legs. If you have that flexibility, maybe you're going to start to extend the legs, but keep your belly connected to your thighs. Even if your knees have to bend all the way, you're going to release that low back. Keep breathing for about 2 to 3 more breaths. Good. Inhale, gently roll up. Right foot steps outside of your left thigh. Option to bend your left knee or not. Lengthen the spine. Left arm either hugs around your right leg or left elbow hooks outside of your right thigh. Right hand behind you. Find your twist. Gazing to your right shoulder. Every breath in, you get a little bit longer in your spine. As you exhale, you twist deeper. 2 more breaths. Inhale, come back to the center. Extend the legs, shake out the knees, switch the side. Left foot outside of your right. Bend your right knee or not. Find your variation. Make sure you're lengthening the spine. Crown of your head is reaching to the ceiling. 2 more breaths. Inhale, come back to the center. Soft bend in the knees. Come all the way down into your back, hugging your knees into your chest. Finding happy baby. Rock from side to side, massaging your back. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Big breath out through the mouth. Bring your knees in, extend the legs forward, let them open up. Arms reach out to the sides, palms up, close the eyes. Take your time here to cool down your body. Let yourself slow down your mind, your breath.